Hello, welcome to week 5, module 4. I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Sharing the screen. All right. Sorry, here we go. All right, week 5. Oh my goodness, next week you'll be half done. That's very exciting. This week is in Mindset Matters. Well, we're just going to do it all, but it's mostly I want you to concentrate on self-love. When you learn how much you're worth, you'll stop giving people discounts. How true is that? I am guilty of that all of the time and not thinking I am worthy of charging people money for my expertise and knowledge, for people's time. And I have really wrapped myself around this self-love concept, and I'm getting better and improving each day, and I want to bring you all along with me. All right, so today we're going to cover adding value to your asking and receiving that I asked you to do last week. We're going to continue on with that for Mindset Matters. Then we're going to go to the second macronutrient, carbohydrates, which includes sugar, and I'm going to introduce you to a concept of the 4 S's. I've included a few recipes, a separate video for the ball workout, and then stress reduction section is all about sleep and just how important that is. All right, so last time, again, I invited you to start asking for what you want, not just the things you need, but the things that you want. And I really hope you took this seriously and started thinking about the things you want, not material things, all material things, but other things that maybe you need. You want security, you want romance. Maybe you need to talk to your partner about, I would like to have more romance in my life. Maybe you need to ask God, the universe, for more wisdom. I do that all the time because I just sometimes don't think of myself that way. So we're going to anchor yourself in this self-love, the self-worth, the self-trust, the self-confidence, and I want you to add value to your asking. Always remember your value, because if you don't value yourself, how do you expect other people to value you? And then you cannot ask. You don't feel worthy to ask for what you want. So learn to live your value out loud and openly. That's not as easy as it sounds, because I know. So for this next exercise, what I want you to do is think of the value you offer to the world. And what I mean by that is not your certifications, your job title, not necessarily what you went to school for, because those things can be learned by almost anyone. These are things that are intrinsic to you, your natural talents and abilities. If everything was stripped away from you, all of your possessions, all of your schooling, everything was stripped away from you, all you had left was you, what is your true value that you offer to the world? What is it? And I was hoping to get your mind flowing by including some of mine. And I want you to think of 100 of them. I did this exercise and I did think of 100. I thought that would be impossible, but it's not. What are you? Are you happy? Are you naturally positive? Are you enthusiastic? Are you fearless? Maybe you are inspirational. What do you offer to the world? I have this, I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse, but I have this great true value of being empathetic. I can read people. I can know their feelings and emotions, I feel like, almost instinctively. So I want you to do this, write 100 of them, and then go back to this list as much as you can. Post it somewhere. So when you need to ask for help around the house, or you need to ask for more money from your boss or something like that, go to your list, look at your value, and then go ask. March in there and ask. This can be very powerful. All right, let's move on to nutrition. And of course, the second we have 3 macronutrients that our body needs, and that is fats, carbs, and proteins. Last week we talked about fats, and this week it's all about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates come in the form of starches, fibers, and sugars. And carbs are fuel for your brain and energy for your cells. So you need carbs for those 2 reasons. It's not wise to go no carb, and it's time to go right carb, and I'm going to help you get to the right carb. All right. So there are simple carbs and there are complex carbs. All right. Simple carbs are junky carbs. Simple carbs are things like candy, soft drinks, pastries, cake, any processed foods. They are going to give you energy, but you're going to crash later. All right. And it turns to sugar in your body, which can raise your blood glucose level, which isn't good. All right. The complex carbs are the right carbs. These take longer to digest, and they will sustain your energy from the fiber content in it. So over time, junky carbs stress out the brain, basically, and they make you fat. Who wants that? And complex carbs will help you grow, think, and play. So carbs aren't bad. They're essential. And you need about 50% of your daily calories from carbohydrates. And some examples of these complex carbs are legumes, vegetables, and whole grains. Now, whole grains can be very confusing because you think, oh, whole grains, whole wheat, all the same thing. And they're not. You really need to look at the ingredients list, because a lot of the times the whole wheat ingredients list will list whole wheat flour, refined flour. I don't have it in front of me, but the ingredients list will list actually these simple or junky carbs in the ingredients list. So the things, basically, I mean, there's a lot more to it than that, but basically you want to look for whole grain in the ingredients list, all right? Sometimes even multi-grain can be misleading. So that's why, again, it's really important to look at the labels. When it comes to rice and pasta, choose brown rice, whole grain pasta. Again, if you don't like the taste of it, you'll learn to like the taste of it, but it takes a while, I know, because it's just a little bit of a nuttier, harsher texture, nuttier taste and harsher texture. So go ahead and mix half white, half brown pasta, and slowly incorporate that into your lifestyle and into your dishes. I know even when I was cooking for my boys when they were in high school, I did half and half, and then slowly we switched to all whole wheat pasta, and they really didn't notice the difference in the change. So, or they were just really hungry boys, I guess. The white flour, it's going to give you energy, but again, you're going to crash later. So you really need to watch that. Also within carbs, falling under carbs is sugar. And we just need to eat less sugar because you're sweet enough already. But sugar is a part of life. So it's no really getting away from it. Moderation and quality are key here. You really want to have consume quality sugar. And so what do I mean by that? So you want to consume less refined sugar. And some examples of that are honey. And again, you need to use restraint with these. I am not, just because I say this is an alternative to refined sugar does not mean I give you the green light to have as much as you want. practice restraint on these alternatives here. But it's honey, stevia, maple syrup, not the fake stuff. Spend the extra money and buy the real stuff. Brown rice syrup, agave nectar. I use agave nectar in my mixed drinks as well. Blackstrap molasses, that's a good source of iron as well. And then, of course, raw sugar. Right. My advice on artificial sweeteners, pretty straightforward there. No, just absolutely not. This is straight from Dr. Sears Wellness Institute, but saccharin has been shown to cause cancers. Aspartame alters brain chemistry. Sucralose alters your digestive juices, and Splenda is the sugar molecule stripped with chlorine. None of that is good for you. So don't grab the pink stuff or the blue stuff or the yellow stuff. It's better to choose the brown package, which I think is raw sugar in those when you're adding sugar or sweetener to your tea. All right. Then I wanted to piggyback on last week about the garbage in and garbage out. If you remember, our body produces garbage through three ways, and it's the oxidation, the glycation, and the inflammation. And so all of those three systems are at work in your body. They're just rampaging your body and your cells and your tissues. And so the best thing you can do for your body is make sure we help get that garbage out, and improving the immune system so your body can fight for you, so that your body can fight off the extra inflammation. You need some inflammation, the extra oxidation, and the glycation that happens when we eat poorly. All right. So remember, people who put more effort in getting rid of the garbage in their body are going to age better. And people that age better are going to experience weight loss, a smaller waist size, more energy, radiant skin, and you'll sleep better as well. All right. So each week here, almost till the end of the program, I'll be teaching you different tips and suggestions of how to keep that garbage out. And here is one. It's the 4 S's. All right. The 4 S's, the 4 food groups of S's. Seafood. You want to incorporate more seafood into your diet. I try to do it twice a week. Twice a week we eat seafood. Especially choose cold water fish, which contain omega-3 oils, and they're anti-inflammatory as well. Salads. All salads are not created equal, as you know. You want darker green leafy vegetables. You want to home make your dressings and not buy the bottled stuff. And then go from there. Add as many fruits and vegetables as you want in your salads. Again, smoothies, the third S here. I've given you some recipes. Look up recipes, find what you like, and make sure your smoothies have a lot of vegetables in it. A lot of smoothies are just fruit-based, and although it's a healthier sugar, it's still high in sugar. So you really want to make sure you add things like kale and spinach, broccoli. I know avocado and cucumber are fruits, but they're just a little lower glycemic level than the others, all right? And then the final S is, I wanted to mention too about we're supposed to get 9 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. And, you don't even eat 9 times a day. So really the only and best way you can get that 9 servings of fruits and vegetables is through a smoothie. I mean, let's face it, it's about 4 or 5 servings in one drink. All right. So it really is, the sipping solution is your answer to a lot of holes that you need to fill up in your nutrition armor, I guess. The last one, spice up that food. They have high levels of antioxidants. Things like turmeric. You're probably saying, well, what the heck do I put turmeric in? I put turmeric on my salads. just kind of sprinkle with my salt and pepper and turmeric. You can also add, I gave you a recipe was it in this one or last one, about a turmeric drink that you can make. Turmeric golden milk is one. You can Google that too. Just type in golden milk and recipes for turmeric drinks will pop up. Curry, ginger, cinnamon. I put cinnamon in a lot of my smoothies. Garlic and chili peppers. So spice up your life, because that is really going to help your inflammation. Yeah. I was going to say something else, but I forgot what it was. All right, here we go. So just eat real foods. Real foods haven't been messed with by a chemist. Eat foods that don't need labels at all. That's going to be around the perimeter of the grocery store. Eat pure and eat fresh. If only we could go grocery shopping every day and eat fresh, right? It's just not possible. All right. Okay, the exercise portion is all about the ball workout, and I have a separate video for you to watch. Hopefully you will like it and you will incorporate it. Make sure you warm up 5 to 7 minutes before you work out, and do each exercise, whatever you want to do. Do each one for a minute. Do each one for 30 seconds and repeat. You can count. Do each exercise for 20 counts of 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever you have time for. Just get busy with it and get out there and do it. And I included some stretches in that video as well. All right, we're going to move right on to the stress reduction portion, which of course is all about sleep. And we live overcommitted, overstimulated lifestyles, and there's not enough downtime for sleep and rejuvenation, and it's literally killing us. Insomnia is pervasive, and we're all exhausted most of the time. And, most people believe that sleep is just a passive part of your daily lives, but there is research that is waking us up, no pun intended, to what is really going on in our bodies. We now know that our brains are very active during sleep, and it influences our daily functioning and our physical and mental health. So it's very important to make sure you get sleep. I mean, when people ask me, should I wake up early in the morning to work out, or should I get more sleep if I'm tired? I always, 100% of the time, choose sleep, because what's happening if you're not getting enough sleep is that your body is hanging on to those calories. Your waist is getting larger. You're in trouble of some quality of life issues. And so actually, sleep can help you lose weight. Getting more sleep can help you lose weight. And I thought this stat was interesting. 51% of moms get less sleep than they need, compared to 29% of dads. I'm not bashing dads out there. It's just a fact of life. We moms really do not get enough sleep. So you need to make yourself a priority. That's why I put that up here. Prioritizing good sleep is good self-love. And that's what we're practicing in this whole 12 weeks is self-love. Make yourself a priority. Make yourself sleep. All right. So why is this so important? Because when you sleep, your cells renew. And that includes wrinkles. Okay. It manages your stress hormones and cortisol. You have better gut health, or it affects your gut health. You gain weight. These are proven facts. Okay. This is not just some mumbo jumbo I'm throwing out there. This is factual. I misspelled disease. I hate it when I do that. But your chronic disease goes up. Your cognitive functioning goes down. You experience adrenal fatigue and memory loss. And, increased cortisol levels is just going back to the management of stress hormones. You risk type 2 diabetes. And, that's not even to mention the irritability. I wrote down severe yawning, but that can be you can't stop sometimes yawning. Some of your symptoms when you don't get enough sleep will be similar to ADHD. You'll have decreased reaction time. So you could have an accident, a car accident. You'll have tremors and aches, and the list goes on. And so this is why sleep is so very important and should not be thought of as passive time. All right. This was the rule of threes is a test for you to take on your own to find out and decipher if you have sleeping troubles. And to decide if you need more sleep. And I found this interesting because I really didn't think I had sleep issues, but according to this, I actually do. So if 3 nights a week you have trouble falling or staying asleep, and you have, and you have 30 plus minutes a night where you stay awake before falling asleep, so that would go up to the trouble falling asleep. And if this lasts for 3 weeks in a row, then you need to incorporate some of the things we'll talk about later about trying to get more sleep and get better quality sleep. All right. I realize my quality of sleep isn't up to par. So I've been working on this too. All right. So really quick, just some types of insomnia. I wanted to include this because I don't think sometimes you think of waking up too early as a type of insomnia. You know, I think a lot of people think just the top two, I can't fall asleep or I can't stay asleep, are insomnia. But really, if you are waking up too early, that's a sign of insomnia as well. And of course, anxiety and depression. If you experience any of these in pain, you don't sleep as well. Your quality of sleep is down. Medications, including alcohol, can affect your quality of sleep. And stress in the environment can affect your sleep as well. So the causes of insomnia, there's a lot of causes, and these are just a few. But if you are overcommitted and you don't have enough downtime, your cortisol levels are going to be high naturally. It's that fight or flight hormone. And if it's always up, then that is going to cause you not to be able to relax, all right? You're wired and tired all the time, and that's an issue. Your diet, if you have too much sugar in your diet or too much gluten, that will affect your sleep. Leaky gut goes along with just digestion, and if you have food allergies or food intolerances, it can affect your tummy, and you won't sleep as well. And then, of course, the EMF exposure, that is electromagnetic fields, your cell phones, TVs, computers. You want to limit those because they actually add to you not being able to sleep, or at least your quality of sleep. So that's hard to do, I know, especially in the world of our cell phones and the screen time. So let's get right to the solutions, some solutions for you. So you'll want to make sure your room is dark. No night lights, no little, your alarm clocks even. You don't want those to be too bright. Dim them or face them to the wall. A street light shining through the window can affect your quality of sleep. Even I had someone ask me once about nightlight for kids. You really want the room to be dark for kids, but I understand if they're afraid of the dark, maybe until they fall asleep, then go turn it off. I guess, I don't know. Whatever is best for your children, but you really want a very, very dark room. You want a cool room. Temperature is up to you, but it needs to be cool enough. If you're experiencing heat at night or, just throwing off covers, you need to make it cooler. A white noise machine or music. In calm.com, they have sleep stories that I've listened to, and it can be just a way to kind of numb your mind a little bit. Again, you want to decrease those electronic just the electronics. Make it a curfew, 1 hour before bed, no electronics, no screen time. That's hard to do. Okay, also don't exercise 2 to 3 hours before you're planning to go to bed and go to sleep, because you're ramped up after you exercise for a few hours afterwards. These next two items were suggested by Dr. Sears. You can take melatonin or magnesium. Again, I don't know what medications you're currently on, so make sure they don't interact with anything you're currently taking. But he did mention in his training to us that both of these, well, magnesium is a mineral, but the melatonin, make sure you get pharmaceutical grade melatonin. Now, you're probably saying, where do I get that? I do not know. I would have to look into that. I currently don't take melatonin, but I'm assuming you want to just check the quality of melatonin and the magnesium that you'll be getting. Magnesium can be thrown into a bathtub as well, and you can be soaked in through your skin. So that is another way of getting it, because your melatonin production reduces after age 50. Yay, that. All right, sometimes a small snack before bedtime can be helpful in keeping you asleep, helping you stay asleep, and you'll want to make sure it's no more than 250 calories, does not include sugar, and it's about 80% carbs, right carbs, and 20% protein. So, a little half an apple with some peanut butter, or some string cheese. I didn't write down examples. I'm just thinking for you. So that might help you fall asleep and stay asleep. Decrease your alcohol 3 hours before bed. And this is an odd tip. I haven't tried it, but it's banana tea, and Dr. Sears recommended it. I included the recipe in your packet, but it's basically a raw banana and a pot of hot water and some cinnamon. And you just cut both ends off the banana and boil it for about 10 minutes and drink that. It's supposed to really, if anyone does that, please let me know. I'm going to try it myself. I just haven't yet. All right, so now how much sleep is enough? And, oh, you know what? I had one more reason. I don't think it made it on the slide. I'm sorry about that. But if you have digestive issues that are keeping you up, you'll want to try eliminating some foods just to see if it eases the bloating and constipation, gas, belching. That can keep you up as well. And so that's just another thing. But how much sleep? They say most adults need 7 to 8 hours. But you know your body best. I have had people tell me that 6 is fine for them, and they experience no other issues as far as chronic disease and high blood pressure and weight gain and cognitive functioning and adrenal fatigue and memory loss. So 6 is probably good enough for you, for that person. But if you are experiencing weight gain and you can't figure out why you're not losing weight, why am I not losing weight? I do everything right. I exercise, I eat right, but I'm not losing weight. Maybe it's your sleep. Maybe you need to sleep more or better quality of sleep. Is it your environment? Is it too noisy or loud, or your partner is snoring? I mean, that could be it. I don't want to ruin any marriages, but you need to sleep in order to lose weight. Okay. And naps are a yes. They are a thumbs up. They're encouraged. 10 to 20 minutes is the perfect time for you to take a nap. Over that can cause grogginess. And honestly, our body's natural circadian rhythm dips between 1 and 3 every day. So those are the best times to take a nap, between 1 and 3. So I give you permission to take a short little nap. They should have nap places in the workplace, because it will make people probably more productive. There's my 2 cents. Okay, and then I included some recipes to help you with some carb. They were carb recipes, okay? The black bean burrito bowl has some brown rice in it, and of course legumes. This is my favorite pesto pasta. I make it a lot when I'm home alone because I like it a lot more than my family does. Well, Paul likes it, but not my 17-year-old stepdaughter. And then if you have a sugar, you need that sugar. This is a great recipe, banana ice cream and this Magic Shell chocolate sauce. It's just, it can really fill the bill instead of having ice cream. All right, that is it. Thank you so much. Have a great day.